Hey guys, it's me, II Voltage Wolf. Welcome back to Repeat. Do you notice something a bit different with this episode? Well, if you did, with my introduction, I have my paws on. Because, well, since I'm playing a furry game, I may as well not use my bare hands. Let's get to playing. I have to move the mouse very slowly. Because these paws. Day 3. Abandoned Wishes. The morning sun filters through my window. It says, "Hey, let's grab this poor kid's eyeballs until he's awake." With a groan, I sit up and rub the drowsiness from my eyes. It seems like my fever's completely gone. I hop out of bed and stretch. Huh? It looks like someone left a pile of presents on my table. There was a potted plant with brilliant blue flowers. The note next to it reads, "Hope you feel better soon, Philip." There was also a large pile of hand-baked pastries, obviously from Sissel. And then there are socks. Nothing's worse than cold feet when you're sick. Owen. Thank you, Owen. Thank you. See, I like Owen. Aside from his flirtiness, he can also give you the best things. Oh, that's nice of them. Ugh. Taikono, how are you feeling? Has your fever passed? Echo, get your hands off my face. You seem pretty alright. Looks like your friends worried for nothing. They all snuck into your room last night and left a bunch of gifts. Owen tried to give you a goodnight kiss, but Sissel and Philip dragged him away before he could. How thoughtful. Philip's choice of flowers is kinda weird though. Forget-me-nots, or usually for funerals. That kid's got a morbid sense of humor. They're a pretty shade of blue though, and there are little white clovers growing around the edges too. Flowers aside, Taikono, you better head off to class soon. I think there's an event happening today. Here, I'll help you get dressed. Ugh. I can dress myself, Echo. No need to baby me. Heh, if you say so. See, Echo is a frickin' angel. A huge crowd of students are gathering around the courtyard. People from all different classes were here. I wonder what's going on. Oh, and Sissel's here too. Yo, morning, Taikono. How are you feeling? I'm doing alright. Thanks for all the pastries this morning. That was really sweet of you. I'm not sweet. Jeez, why do you always talk to me like I'm a little kid? It's fun seeing you all embarrassed. By the way, why is everyone gathered here? I thought we were having class. Oh, the school's planned a... Suddenly, Sissel was interrupted by an ugly growl behind us. It was the old rat, Mr. Dolores. The school is meeting here for a mandatory team building activity field trip to Bradley Lake today. Did you incompetents even bother reading the email that the staff sent out? Specks of spit fly from Mr. Dolores' yellow teeth as he spoke. Well, no, I didn't realize... Pah! You call yourself a student. Damn lazy kids these days. Sissel jumped in front of me and practically snarled. He was ill. Cut him some slack. Watch your tone, brat. Is this how you treat your teacher? Oh, you're a teacher? You sure don't act like it. Mr. Dolores grabbed Sissel roughly by the collar of his shirt and nearly picked him up off the ground. Their faces were dangerously close as they glared daggers into each other. Learn some respect, boy! I can kick you out of this academy with a single phone call. Get ready to crawl back into the streets, you sick little... Mr. Dorcas Dolores! Everything fell into silence. Miss Corliss walked towards us, parting the crowd effortlessly. Her stern face seemed to scare even Mr. Dolores, although he still held firm to Sissel's collar. Surely, you're not threatening my students? Mr. Dolores hissed furiously. Not at all, Corliss. I'm simply disciplining rowdy individuals. He puffed up angrily, as if trying to intimidate Miss Corliss, but she looked unfazed and held her head high. Mr. Sissel doesn't seem to have done anything wrong. Regardless, unless the rules have changed since the last 20 years I've worked here, manhandling students is against school policy. I agree. Unless a certain teacher's unable to let go of trivial prejudices. You dare accuse me? Dolores seems to be losing it, puffing his huge, ugly face in Miss Corliss's direction. Despite being a fragile old lady, Miss Corliss manages to maintain a commanding air about her. But still, one swing from Mr. Dolores could easily knock her over. The tension was climbing, and Mr. Dolores still has an iron grip on Sissel. Child abuser. What should I do? Echo, are you there? Yo, Taikono, you called? Echo, you have to help us out here. Can't you use some ghostly voodoo crap and drive Dolores away? How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a... Yeah, you're not a ghost, but there's gotta be something you can do. So you want to drive Mr. Dolores away? Yes! Very well then. Your wish is my command. The wind around the courtyard abruptly picked up, whipping about everyone like a snarling beast. Everyone's hair and hats fluttered about wildly as they struggled to stay composed. It's a freaking hurricane! In the corner of my eye, something weird flew off the top of Mr. Dolores' head and soared away in the wind. Oh wow. Mr. Dolores? What do you want, brat? Better be important. Well, it's not exactly. But your toupee just flew away. What? Mr. Dolores felt the top of his head and let out a high-pitched squeal. Thank you, Echo! I've never seen someone grow so beet red. He dropped Sissel like a sack of potatoes and ran off into the crowd to find his missing hair. It's probably never coming back. That went pretty well. I offered Sissel a hand as he struggled back on his feet. You okay, Sissel? Could be better. I'm feeling fairly homicidal. Mr. Sissel? I hope you are uninjured. Miss Corliss approached us, her aged face scrunched up with concern. I'd like to apologize to you as a staff member for that episode. Sissel snarls furiously. Don't apologize for that jackass's attitude. He should be the one who's sorry. Language, Mr. Sissel. However correct you are. Anyway, I believe you and Mr. Taikono should join your classmates now. The school's about ready to depart. Sure thing. As Miss Corliss turned to walk away, Sissel pulls me over and ruffles my hair with a grin. Thanks for coming to my rescue, Taikono. You're turning into my knight in shining armor. Am I? That makes you the fair damsel in distress, doesn't it? You gotta start wearing a dress to match your parts. Ah! So gives me a friendly punch to the arm. You'd probably be into that. Well, I certainly wouldn't be complaining. Come on, let's join the class. We're gonna be left behind. It turned out that the academy was too cheap to actually bus us to Bradley Lake and made us walk there on foot. It was only a 20-minute walk though. This gave me time to organize my thoughts from earlier. Echo, you still there? Hello again, Taikono. What's up? I wanted to thank you for earlier. It was pretty awesome to see you in action. I didn't know you could make the wind blow like that. I can't technically. My powers don't work like that. What do you mean? It's hard to explain. Echo groans and squeezes his eyes shut, as if to fight off a bad headache. Wishes. We can twist circumstances and coincidences. The wind just happened to blow harder in that moment. It's a bit like yesterday when you met that girl. She made it so that you just happened to fall sick with a fever. So, it's kinda like you inflict people with bad luck. Something like that. Most of the time, we can't interfere directly, so we force something else to instead. I should warn you though, everything we do will have consequences. Next time you ask me to do something, think carefully first. Sounds good to me. Yeah, don't abuse the angel's power. Echo sighs tiredly. I rub my eyes and squint at him. Is it just my imagination? Or is he growing more transparent than usual? I'm a bit tired, Taikono. Mind if I rest a little? Not at all. With a smile, Echo steps toward me. He seemed to disappear like dust in the wind and float into my chest, where my camera was. With a small smile, I whisper, "Thank you," and turn to rejoin the crowd of students. The school continues to walk through the city streets like a pack of disorganized pigeons. Teachers seem to be trying to get students' attention, but everyone's chatting too much to give a crap. Finally, Miss Corliss somersaults onto a nearby fence and shouts that we're about to arrive at Bradley Lake, and that we're required to participate in at least 2 team-building activities. Her announcement was immediately drowned out by applause. Wow, Miss Corliss is pretty nimble for someone her age. By the way, Taikono, how are you feeling? You were sick as a dog last night. I suddenly feel a rough slap on the back. Oh hey Owen! Hey Philip! Taikono, how are you doing, kiddo? I'm doing great, Owen. Morning, Taikono. Feeling better? Here, I got you a coffee. Thanks, Philip. You're the best mother hen. If you say so. Everyone suddenly yelps as I pull them all into one big group hug. Thanks so much for the presents last night, you guys. It was really sweet of you. It's no biggie. It's great to see you up on your feet again. Just stop getting sick, loser. Glad you liked them. Speaking of which, what kind of twat gives people socks? Hey, nothing's worse than getting cold feet when you're sick. I agree with Philip. I'm sorry, shit, Owen. That's my drunkard brain. Leave it to Owen to leave horrible gifts. I think they were pretty nice. Really? Neon orange socks. It's so every time Taikono puts them on, he'll think of me. Is this you admitting you have a foot fetish? Well, fetish or not, I like them. Thanks, Owen. Owen grins and puffs out his chest with pride, almost elbowing Philip in the face. He looks a bit dazed this morning, actually. Philip? Hello? Philip? You don't look so good. Are you getting sick too? No. It's just that I didn't get much sleep last night. It happens pretty often, nothing to worry about. Probably can't sleep with Owen snoring all night. Hey! Anyway, I cut in quickly before they can argue again. Interesting choice of flowers, Philip. I really like that shade of blue. Oh, the forget-me-nots? I got them so everyone will remember you in case you died. Thanks, Philip. We're there. The fresh air of the lakeside felt great after a night of feverish sleep. The view here is just beautiful. Who would have thought there'd be such a natural place like this in the big city? What was that just now? What's wrong, Taikono? I swore I just felt a chill. It felt like those times I ran into you and that red-eyed girl. Do you think there's another ghost here? I don't sense any malice. Feels fairly weak too. Probably just an abandoned wish still floating about. Abandoned wish? When people die or give up on their dreams, they leave their unfulfilled wishes behind. They usually just wander around aimlessly until they either fade away or become corrupted. This one feels like it's on the verge of disappearing, so it's no danger to you. There's nothing to worry about, Taikono. Just go on with your activities. So they just disappear? That just sounds unfair. Wishes are made and abandoned every day, Taikono. People are fickle. They want something one day and change their minds the next. If we spent our time worrying about every wish, we'd be wasting our lives away. But what about you, Echo? You're a wish too. You don't need to worry about me. But... Taikono! What? We've been yelling your name forever. Get your head out of the clouds, will ya? We still need to decide what activity we should do. Activities, huh? Sounds kinda wretched. I've never been much of an athlete. Having a little splash in the lake sounds pretty fun, though. Ugh. Hey, Sissel, you feeling alright? You look a bit pale. Sissel gave a startled jump before scoffing dismissively. Nothing's wrong. I'd just rather not get wet. Come on, man. Where's the fun in that? Let's just dive in and let loose. My bum is on your lips. I can't wait to see Philip in a skimpy bathing suit. Wow, you'd think he'd be a bit more subtle than that? And you don't need to worry about drowning, Philip. I'll be ready to perform mouth-to-mouth and save you. In that case, please let me drown in peace. Well, how about kayak racing? It's something we can do in the lake, but it won't get us completely wet. It's a pretty good compromise. What? But... Excellent. Looks like there's only room for 2 people per boat, though. Taikono, do you want to boat with Taikono is boating with me. Sissel's voice seemed to rise by an octave or two. That leaves me and you, Philip. Looks like we'll be partners. Sounds great. Anyway, let's go get changed. Wanna share a stall, Philip? We can do a bit of teammate bonding. Oh my gosh! Hey Owen, there's this wonderful thing called personal space. Have you heard of it? As Philip and Owen walk off toward the changing rooms with the rest of the students, I feel Sissel suddenly grab me and pull me aside. Alright, how much time? Alright, I guess we can leave the episode here. I'm gonna leave this episode of Repeat here. If you want to see more content like this in the future, like gaming, vlogs, furry related stuff, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to this channel. Tap or click the bell to get notified of all new videos, and this has been I Voltage Wolf, and I'll see you guys in the next session. Goodbye, Packmates. Thank you, Echo, for everything. Even with that aggressive man.